Did you know that the FIFA 2022 World Cup generated over 1.5 billion views? That's a lot of people. That's almost 20% of the population glued to their TV screen to watch these players play. Now, what if I told you that there's a Web3 game that allows you to be part of these games and even make cash off of it with zero initial investment? Now, if you're a football fanatic and you follow the games and you watch the players and you understand everything, you can dominate in this game. First of all, you're early, but second, you have an edge if you understand what's happening in the football land. And even if you don't watch football all the time, just like me, can still enjoy the game. Today, I'm showing you a new tongue game, but before you turn it off, it's not the tapping game you think of, it's a completely new approach, a fantastic, exciting game related to the real world football matches. There's a billion ways to make money in crypto, and I'm on a mission to find them all. My name is 𝗙𝗢𝗙, and the best part is if I find anything, I share it with you. So if I make money, you can make money too. If that sounds good, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, make sure to follow me on X. There's a link in the description. Let's get into the show. Now, based on the intro, you might be thinking I'm talking about some kind of fantasy football league, and you would not be far from the truth. Now, there's a project that brings fantasy football on chain with an incredible tongue game. Good news is the project is not a tapping game, it's something new, and two, they already have a token, which is launched, so you're not playing for an airdrop sometime in the future, you literally can start generating tokens from day one. Best part is they all listed already on 3 exchanges, so you can immediately withdraw the tokens you win. Let me introduce you to Fanton Fantasy Football. They are the sponsors of today's show, but as always, I'll only bring in sponsors that I genuinely truly believe serves purpose and has value for the community, and most importantly, I can say whatever I want to say. And a game with over 100,000 players, backed by one of the largest brands in the space, and a game that lets you earn from the get-go cannot go under a radar. Now let's jump into it. What is Fanton Fantasy Football? It is a fantasy football minigame on 𝗏 that you can play with their token 𝗙𝗏 and with 𝗏. The game itself is quite simple. What you gotta do, you gotta monitor the real world soccer games or football games, depending on how you call them, and how the players perform there. But before the game starts, you have to go into the Telegram game, you have to pick 5 players from different teams and bet on them performing the best throughout these games. Each player has different scoring mechanism that I'm going to show you a little bit later, but if your players perform the best, you will get an accumulated point, and if you are in the top 20, 30 people who played for that match, you win tokens and NFTs and much more, but I'm going to jump into that. In short, very simple. Find the matches you want to play on, find the 5 players you think gonna perform best. If they perform best, you win tokens. If they don't, you just go on to the next one. So why should you care, and why should you care now? Number one, it's quite a new project, so extremely early. Two, if you really understand football, you can put money on it if you want, and you can genuinely dominate the space. I'll show you how. Number three, even if you don't want to put money in, or if you don't have money, you can start playing it and actually win proper tokens that you can simply exchange for USDT on an exchange. And number four, they are backed by massive players. For example, Animoca brands. I know I've talked about Animoca brands previously through the Mocaverse project, but they are huge. They invested in over 540 Web3 companies, including Sandbox and Decentraland and many more. But not only that, they are on 𝗏, and we know exactly how 𝗏 games turned out to be. Telegram has 1.5 billion monthly active users, and 𝗏 is aiming to get at least 500 million by 2028. So this can be the place for Web3 fantasy football. Let's jump in. Let me show you how it works. First off, there is a link in the description to the Fanton Fantasy bot. You gotta click on there and you will land on this page. And it's very important to click on the link. There are a bunch of scams out there. Make sure you don't fall for one. This is why we include the links as well. You can click on there and you will land directly into the game. This is what you will see. First off, my thought was, oh my God, this is complicated. And it kinda is at first, but then it's super simple if you understand it. First, you gotta connect a wallet. Click here and you can pick your wallet. Now, if you don't have a wallet already, you can pick whatever wallet you want. You can open a new wallet. I use 𝗏𝗏𝗙𝗏, so I'm just gonna click 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗙. I'm gonna open yes. I'll click on connect wallet and it's simply connected. As always, I recommend you use a burner wallet. So if you have a lot of money on 𝗏, if you keep money in different coins that you don't want access to, or you don't want to connect that wallet onto this app, I would recommend you use a burner wallet. And that just means you open up a new wallet. You don't even have to fund it. You can just simply connect it. So once you're here, a couple of things to notice. Number one, they have massive big tournaments. So up here, Winline tournament, you click on there, you will see what tournaments they are running at a time. These are crazy tournaments. You can literally win $50,000. These are rare, so it's not every single time. But if you look in here, you will see what tournaments are running at a time. They have, for example, this one, and the winner wins $50,000, which is quite substantial. So check that out. But We go lower here and you will see a couple of things. Number one, you will see all tournaments, or you will see my tournaments. Under all tournaments, you will see every single tournament that you can join. And on my tournaments, you will see the tournaments that you have already qualified for. Now remember, the purpose of the game is to find the matches and find 5 players that will perform the best throughout those matches. If I go down here, you will see you have hot, single, NFT, and dual. Hot means these are the ones you most likely want to check out. Single means you are betting on only one single game. So it's not a series of matches, but one single game. For example, Italy and Belgium here. NFTs, I'm going to explain that a little bit later because you will need an NFT for that. Or you can do duel, which is a one-on-one. You will be matched with someone for the same matches, and depending on who wins the better players, that player will win. But let me go back to hot. If you scroll lower, you will be able to filter also for regions, but most importantly, you'll be able to filter for free, 1000 F-ton, 2 ton, 0.5 ton, or 0.1 ton. So even if you don't want to put in money, you can click on free, but you can bet on and start playing for 0.1 ton as well. Let me click on free for now. I have 2 leagues here, but this is continuously updating, so you can always check back here and you can click on it to see a couple of things. One, you will see the 5 cards that you need to pick the 5 players from. I'm gonna circle back to this a little bit, but I want to give you a great strategy. You can also look at matches. Now, this is the important part because this is where you know who is playing in this series of matches. You want to understand that to be able to pick the best players. So you can scroll down here, you will see Kazakhstan plays Slovenia. Probably you need to get a player from Slovenia. Finland plays England. Probably you want to get a player from England. You want to find out what are the highest probability outcomes of these matches and pick players later on, which I'm going to show you, from these countries, from these teams. The results will show here, so once the matches are done, you will see your results and other results as well. And on the prices, you will see what you can win. Now here you will see premium S tickets, which will qualify you for the paid tournaments without paying anything. But let's not run further. Let's pick our team. To go back here to team, I can click on one card, and as we discussed, I can scroll lower here and pick the players I want from the matches I decided. So you have to be aware what matches are going on, what team is most likely to win. So for example, I'm gonna pick someone from England because I think England will win. Here we go, I found Sam. So I'm gonna just click on Sam and Sam will be added here. Then I can go into the next one and I can pick the next player. What is also cool is as you scroll down here, let's say I pick a player, Edward, for example, I can click on this little eye icon up here, like information, and you will see what the average point of that player is. The higher the average point, the higher the likelihood of you actually getting it right. So for example, here you see he scored 1 goal, therefore that account for him his points. But if you go on to click more, you will see all the scoring criteria, what they score the players based on. Obviously more points means higher ranking and therefore higher rewards, whether it's Afton tokens or these tickets. Then you just have to pick all your players. Once you picked all your players, you can just click on play with this team. It will give you a confirmation that you're registered for the Nations League. It will highlight when your team is going to play. You can watch it in TV or you can watch it online. It's quite cool. Then you can either create a new team if you want, completely for free. The only thing you have to do is watch an ad, or you can just go back to the homepage and qualify for more matches. Now let's talk about the paid or premium tournaments. So as we said, you can click on free and you will see all the free competitions, but you can also qualify for a competition by buying into the competition. For example, let's say you want to spend 1000 F-ton. You will see there are 2 matches, Italy, Belgium, and Grand National League 500,000 F-ton prize pool, which is $12,000. Quite crazy. So if you want to join this, you can click on here and you will be able to pick your team. It will say in the bottom here that you will have to pay 1000 F-ton if you want to qualify. Now the best part is if you don't want to spend time, if you're a hustler like I am, you can just play these games and then you can just accumulate more tickets and get access to them, which I'm going to explain again in the second how you can get into the premium without paying any money. But if you just want the shortcut and you're ready to pay like $10, this could be a great function. Let me show you another way. So you can go into CoinGecko and you can look for their token called Afton, as I said, Fanton token, and you're able to buy them on a couple of exchanges, KuCoin, Gate.io, Maxi, and many more. So you can buy these tokens, you can go back into the application, you can click on balances on the bottom right corner, and you can click on receive. You will be able to get your Ton wallet, you can click on deposit, and you can get your deposit address, which allows you to withdraw Afton directly from the exchanges. views. But as you've seen, you can also play with ton. So for example, if I go back here, I can put up 0.1 ton, which is like less than $1/2, and you can qualify for any of these leagues. You'll see immediately here the prize pool is $80. Now, this is the prize pool that you can get if you buy into a competition. But again, I'm going to show you how you can get into these competitions without paying any money, because it is possible. So you click in here and you will see the prizes on the top right corner. You'll be able to select how many people will participate in this competition, and based on how many people will participate, the rewards are changing as well. Now, if you go back here, you will see that in this competition, there is 187 people who will participate. So I would assume maybe for the next day, there will be another 50 people joining. I'll just click on here. I'll click on prizes. I'll pick about 220 participants, and I can see what the results are. Now, remember, you have to put in 0.1 ton. If you are the number one of the competition, you'll win 3.3 ton, which is 33x your money. But even if you don't make it to the number one position, if you are in the top 43, you're still making your initials back. So this is the exact same thing how it works. If you scroll down here, you will see you can qualify for 0.5 ton, 2 ton. If you really understand the game, I do recommend you try this out. If I was a complete big football fan, I would make a killing in this application. You have to spend time to understand it if you really want to play it. But what if you just want to experiment and you want to grind your way up from nothing, from zero to hero? Let me show you how that works. So the way it works, you have to go and click on free competitions. You have to qualify for every single free competition you can, and have to make sure to have the highest score and be winning most of the times. Now, how good you have to be is the question. If you go back here, you will see that these competitions have about 3,600 participants. It's much larger number of people who compete here. It's much more difficult to win, but it is not impossible. You can click on prizes here, and you will see that you get a premium S ticket. So in here, you see if you are going to finish in the top 50 of this competition, you are going to get a ticket, and you will be able to compete in the premium leagues as well, which actually helps you to win actual Fanton tokens. So the way I would grind it is just qualify for as many competitions as you can. Use ChatGPT if you have to, but make sure you win one of these premium tickets. And if you win the premium tickets, you will be able to go down here. You will be click on all, and you will see the colors here, the color code here, and how many tickets you already have. If you go down here on the bottom right, you will see what tickets I have, and I can qualify for the games with. So for example, I have 5 orange, 5 blue, and 5 green. I go back here, I go back onto all, and I see I have this league over here, which immediately shows me on the bottom here that I have 5 of these tickets, which I just showed you. The best part is this competition is $757 prize pool and only 34 participants. So I can literally just come in here, I pick my team, I can click on prizes and see if we have 100 participants, I can win 37 ton. And you can grind these tickets up for 0 money. The only thing you have to do is to play through all the competitions and try to win. Follow their X account for giveaways and join their communities, because they do give away these tickets as well. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to show you, which is the NFTs. You can get these NFTs to multiply your points. So if you've got different NFTs here, you see there are different rarities and different teams and different countries and different players, of course, with different prices. You will need to buy these NFTs. You see the prices range from like 1 ton to so many ton, so many. Anyway, you can get yourself an NFT. Any of these rare NFTs would work, and you will be able to use this in game. So for example, Jack Robinson is here. I said that I wanted to pick an English player. So this is a great player. You can put this player into the team when England is playing, and it will not only be a great player, probably bringing you higher score, but also it will give you a multiplier on all the points you earn. And of course, when you get to the point that you are able to simply withdraw your Fanton, you can go into the balances, you can click on send, you can add how many ton or Fanton you want to transfer out. And basically you can send it out to your centralized exchange or DEX and simply sell it. Now, I have to tell you, I genuinely truly believe this is one of the best ton games I've ever seen. Finally, it's not just the tapping, brainless tapping that we've seen before, which was also great for that purpose, but this brings a complete different game mechanics. It's not only fun, but it also requires you to understand the niche. You have to understand the players, you have to understand the game if you really want to dominate. The reason why I like these games, because no matter where you're from, if you're from Pakistan, if you're from India, if you're from Asia somewhere, people always DM me on my X, which by the way is should follow. Saying I should give them money and I should show them the way. This is the way. This is the way. This is free to play, and you can literally grind your way up to hundreds of tons if you understand the game, if you train yourself, and if you have what it takes, which is time and hustle. Guys, this was the show. I hope it gives you a complete understanding on how this works. I genuinely hope that you will take action. There is a link in the description. Go on there, check it out. It's free to use. You can spend 10 minutes a day on it or 10 minutes a week on it, qualify for all the matches, and I hope that you can actually make money off of it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you like this show, share it with your friends, like it here on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, but you've already done that, and come back for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate you, and I believe I'll see you in the next one. Take care.